What's up? Let's see. Okay, we're in the playroom now. I can't hear you. I can't see you.
Hi, Favor.
Hi, Olamide. Woo!
I'm here.
Yes, sir.
To meet you finally.
Finally. I know we're all busy.
Yeah.
What's good? Shout out to Lagos right now.
Very good. Yeah, shout out to Lagos.
Hey, what's going on? What's happening out there?
NSAS is happening right now.
How are you guys doing? What's really going down? Because we see the news, we see what's happening, but the people that are living there really know what's happening inside. So what's going down?
Actually, it's just this police brutality thing, like disturbing the youth, thinking everybody's involved in the cyber crime and all of those things. Once you have a died air, something is off. Once you have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, something is wrong. You're not legit. So that's what's really happening in Nigeria right now. So they think everybody, like practically all the youths, are involved in cybercrime. So they just take you, and what the best part of all of this is the fact that they kill these people. I feel that even if you find a Yahoo person or someone involved in cybercrime, killing them at the spot is not the best solution to it. I mean, even if this person is a criminal, I mean, there are processes they're supposed to go through before, like taking them to court, trying them, and not killing them. I mean, and the most painful part is that innocent people are the ones who eventually suffer for these things. Even the criminals themselves are not actually caught. It's just the truth. So if the innocent ones that actually suffer for it too. That's just it. The things you guys can let pass or let slide there, they can't let it slide here. I mean, over there you have people who dye their hair, who have access to so many things, but here in Nigeria, you're tagged as a bad person or you're tagged as a criminal. It's so painful, sincerely. It's so painful. So many people are just afraid for their lives. I mean, nobody is sure that they can go out and come back. And it's really so painful, but that's how it is in Nigeria right now, including women. Women are not left out. It's that bad. I don't know if you saw a video of a lady they were trying to drag into the police station. They were really beating her. I mean, that was a woman. There's no respect for women anymore. So it's not a matter of you being a guy. Even women are not left out. It's that painful. So that's the situation in Nigeria right now. That's the situation. Wow. But the youths are not joking. Like, they are not joking anymore. They are out on the street. They're doing crazy stuff. And I'm so happy to see the unity in everybody, the togetherness. Everybody's going out there. The celebrities, the church is rising. Everybody is praying as they're protesting. We're not just protesting. We're not just making mouth.
Exactly.
We're also adding the spiritual part to it. So, I mean, it's so beautiful to see that in Nigeria, you know?
Yeah, it is. I feel like this is the time Nigeria is really waking up, because everyone is like, oh, Nigeria. There's always one thing to say about Nigeria. Always.
True.
But, like, what do you know to the extent that you don't? So, like, we don't know exactly you, so you can't really base one story or one person that did something bad and then tag the whole country. You know how many we are? Do you know how many tribes we have? Do you know how many districts? Like, so I think that stigma now is what people are really trying to get out of people's heads, because our generation is like, we're quick, we're very sharp, we're educated. You know, we know exactly what we're saying. We're not just talking anyhow. Everybody get mouths, but the mouth carries sense. So we are definitely giving people something to think about, and that also is waking other people up too, because, you know, other countries are going through the same thing. You know, there's Congo, the same thing is happening. Kenya, sometimes there's police brutality. So every country is having one silent war somewhere. But I think the main point is, if people can see this and change themselves and start to realize that, hey, if you keep taking people down, you'll go down yourself. And once that mentality is switched, then everybody can switch up. But right now, it's like, what can I get right now? What can sustain me right now? And then you fall into a big trap that you could have easily come out of, or you now become vulnerable because you didn't pay attention to the signs. So I think with everything, it's just an opening for us to understand that in life, there is these things are gonna happen. We're not going away from them. But the best part is that when we take away what we've seen and we're able to translate that into our next generation, that's when we really know that we did something. Because right now we can be talking, but based on facts, by 2030, half of Nigeria's population will be over 25 years old. That's crazy.
Very true.
So in this 10 years, whatever 5, 5, 4, whatever you're thinking of, this is the season, this is the decade that things are going to switch. Technology, entertainment, music, fashion, sports, gaming. So now if you're not tapped in or you're not really understanding what is happening, then you don't understand that there has to be a shake for things to shake up. So the deeper the shake, the deeper the process, the longer the process, the bigger the establishment, the longer the establishment. So it's big. So even with digital marketing, with, you know, advertising, social media, music, people are dropping music, people are speaking. Like, music is actually a formal tone of conversation now. So it's really doing a big thing, and I'm happy to see that you guys are all together. We're together. We're supporting. You know, we're out here too. You know, we're putting. Definitely, we're making a statement. Whether we're in or out, COVID or no COVID, everybody must hear. You know that this is a this is a serious matter. But I think it's good that with this year ending the way it's going, it's like next year people will really know the value of people's work. And then that unity, this year has already put people closer together. People they thought they would never see each other for years. It has happened. So now it's like, how do you change that system? Because some people may not recover from it. Some will. And some may just do whatever. But now for you, especially now that you're in digital marketing, what are you seeing going on for you personally, especially with your business? And I want you to also let people know about you and just give them a little information about, you know, what you do, because definitely the conversation started like this. So now everybody's like, okay, who is he talking to? So I'm going to leave the floor to you now, and let me hear what you have to say.
Okay, famous as kids, what my that's like asking who is Olamide? Abi?
Exactly.
Okay. Olamide is a very small girl. Very small girl. But basically, when I introduce myself, I can't but introduce myself like this. I am a small girl, but I am a girl that has been helped by God. That's just like the basic introduction for me. I had a session today, and I told them, no matter the setting I find myself, whether it's a spiritual setting or a worldly setting, I can't but introduce myself like that, because there's no way I can explain myself or explain why I am today without that factor, without the God factor, because that's what has brought me this far.
Yeah.
When I look back, when I try to look at events that has unfolded, I just see God in all of it. I was explaining to them today that I am a third class graduate of Olamide University.
Wow.
And everyone was like, oh. I mean,
wow.
I'm a third class graduate of Olamide University, and going to
Are you there?
Oh, that's going through that phase. It was a very difficult. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I know expectations from parents. Are you still with me?
Just started. Okay, so yeah, now I can hear you. It's back. Sorry about that.
Okay, I think the network was a bit bad. Let me see if it's from my end. But can you hear me now?
Perfect. We're good.
Okay. So I'll say that I was a bit bothered. I was really bothered. Like, okay, what's going to become me after school? There are expectations from parents, there are expectations from your siblings, being the first child of the family. I have 2 siblings. There are expectations from everybody around you. People are wondering, okay, when you leave school, when you serve, what are you going to become, what are you going to do, and all. When I was about to get into school, I was explaining that I didn't have any course of study. Like, you know the usual, when you are very little, they're asking you, what do you want to be in future? And you get, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a lawyer. I didn't have anything I wanted to be. I was just there. Like, if you ask me,
wow.
I was looking at you like, I didn't have anything I really wanted to study. It's just so funny, but it was just the truth. Okay, let me say how I was also saying that, okay, mom wanted me to study pharmacy, and since I didn't have anything I wanted to study,
I didn't hear that. Yeah, so, I didn't hear the pharmacy part. What I heard was that there was nothing you had in mind for what you wanted. There was nothing.
My mom wanted me to study pharmacy because she's a nurse, and so she sees all these ladies walking into the hospital, all these pharmacists, all this young girl. I know when they come in with their car keys, how they look so nice, that's kind of thing now. So she wanted me to be that, and me, I didn't have anything I wanted to be, so I just accepted it. When I did my post-UME and I got admission, I wasn't given pharmacy, I was given chemistry. What was my own? I wasn't bothered because it's not as if there was one thing on my mind before. So, and I really just wanted to leave the house. And, the freedom of having to be on your own, coupled with the fact that there were issues in the house, marital issues with mom and dad. I just wanted to be free. I just wanted to leave the house. So when I went to school, I saw how difficult chemistry was. So for me, I think I was not just a school person. It was quite difficult for me. So I just basically read to pass. And that was how I went through school, and I eventually graduated with third class. But while I was in my final year in school, that was where I found clarity. I found this guy who was a classmate and who was designing with his phone with a particular app. And so I just like, okay, what's up with this app? Let me see. And that was like, he gave me the app through Sender, and that was how I started doing graphic design. And so I started exploring the application, trying to imitate other designs I saw. I was doing the whole lot. I saw I was a very creative person. I saw I had the gift of creativity. So I just launched into it and started designing. But fast forward to sometimes in June or July, I attended a class, joined JCM. It was a master class by Michelle Oguniyi. And so one of the speakers was talking, and she was talking about the social media space, what was going on, and that if you don't have a skill, like if you don't have a media skill right now, you are actually dulling as a youth. Like if you don't know anything about the media space, because I also feel that there's no but everything is going to go digital, basically everything. So as a business owner, if you feel, I still hear some business owners say things like, I don't like Instagram, I don't like Facebook, I'm not a social media person, I am not this. My dear, in the next how many years, your business has to be online, and if you are not online,
you're offline.
You're leaving your money on the table.
What?
That's the truth, because offline business will not be the real deal anymore.
No.
I mean, everything, people want to sit in their house right now and just with a tap get all that they want. So what are you doing? What are you not doing online? That's the question.
Exactly.
What are you not doing online? So what she was trying to list different kind of skills you can acquire and all of those things. And she mentioned social media management. I'm like, okay, social media management. Let's see. And that was after the class. I just decided to. I remember that class was for 10,000 naira. I got a slot by the convener. And that's why I encourage people to take classes, because you gain clarity in some of these classes.
Yes.
You get.
That's
true.
And
so that was how I decided to further the social media management thing. And I started taking courses. I took courses on Udemy. I took courses on Shaw Academy, and also paid for a particular course. It was a 2-week class by Bolaji. She's a social media manager too, and that was how I got certified as a social media manager. And so since then, even right from when I was in the class, I started getting my clients. When I mention God, I don't underestimate him, because while I was still in the class, I got my first 2 clients. One is in London, one is in Nigeria, and I was getting paid. And I still did not what's the word? So please give me a minute, please. Let me get the door for my sister.
No problem.
Hi, Favor. Yeah, I'm
Hey,
back.
no
Sorry for.
problem. No problem.
Okay, so I was saying that right when I was in the class, I got my first two clients, I guess, and that was how I started social media management. I was not so, what's the word? I didn't know it all, but I felt launching out. At least just launch out first. While you have launched out, in the midst of it, you keep going, because I feel that knowledge is something you acquire every time. Knowledge is a process, because even your word, what's the word now? Even discovery is a process. You get to discover yourself
Yeah.
in bits. You don't get the entire picture. You get to do it in bits. So today, as at this time last year, if I was told I was going to be a social media manager, I wouldn't have believed it, because I've been wondering how would I have been interested in it.
Right.
There was no correlation.
Doctor. Social media.
Like, really, social media manager, what are you saying?
Right.
2 months to go, I started doing social media management. So in the next 2 months, I don't know what next to come, but I know that what I have learned is that whatever you are discovering, they are still going to like look alike. You get?
Yeah.
It's not going to be outside your purpose. It's not going to be outside your purpose. If it's outside your purpose, then you need to question it. They are going to align, and you will know that this is it for me. And God has really helped me. I've seen God like raise people for me. I've seen God bring amazing clients for me. Like, even people that we started this social media management thing together, it has just been God. That's what I know. And one thing I have learned about the social media space is that I feel that it's not just a space where you can just, post pictures, where you can just, I feel it's a space where you can impact people without ever meeting them. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I treat all my pages. That's how I treat all my clients. That's how I treat all their audiences. Because I feel that this is a space where you can impact millions of people without, they might not even know you. It's that bad. They might never get to know you, but you have impacted people. And that, I feel that's what life is all about.
Correct.
What are we living for in the first place?
Yeah.
So I see social media as a space to impact and to influence people positively. Although so many people are using it in the negative way, but I feel that the rest of us that know that, okay, this is how it is and this is how it is not, we can use it to our best advantage. That's
Correct. That's a really good point, because now social media has come to this point where I see it, and everybody else that's in the industry now sees it as a place where you can either entertain or you can educate. Mm-hmm. If you're not doing either or both, there's something wrong. Because somebody is following you because they are following something you're talking about or you're talking to. Value. If I follow you now and I see something I don't like, if I see something on my wall now I don't like, I'll take it off. But if I see something on my timeline and it inspires me and makes me want to go and start a business, or makes me want to think about my last idea, that's when you see the value in what you're bringing. And then when someone likes your content, they're like, oh, I have 5 likes, I have 10 likes. And so, people are very, people are so like, this thing is so attached to my success that if I have 1 million likes now in this post and then the next post I have 5, at least I tried. Now, you have a whole 365 days to go, plus the number of years you have to sustain this brand. So if you're thinking about that one like and not thinking about the content that like brings, then you're not really doing anything. So this is a space where people are opening up and creating social media presence. And I'm actually happy to hear that you went through the classes, you were able to understand what it is, because like I'm sure social media is still new today. It's still new, especially to people who didn't catch on it early. So if you're saying social media is not for me, Facebook is not for me, TikTok is for kids, the more you say those things, the more you're putting yourself behind, because now the kids that you're talking about will grow, they will learn that thing, another app will come, you're still behind. So what value are you bringing, instead of understanding and saying, hey, I didn't know how to drive, now I can drive. That's what Gary Vee says. I didn't know how to cook, now I can cook. So things you didn't know how to do should not be a reason why you shouldn't do them. If we're going to be driving automatic cars and we won't be driving on the steering anymore in the next 10, 20 years, are you going to say, no, I need to hold the steering? Now, you have to change your thinking, your paradigm shift. And for you to do that boldly is now giving you this edge now, because people in UK, people in Lagos or in Nigeria, they're now seeing your work without knowing who it is. And now it's not about who is posting, it's what is being posted. And it's great to actually see this, because how I even got to even meet you was on the live that you had with my very good friend from Australia. You know, he is doing so well. You know, shout out to him. He knows himself. So, you know, Amadeus. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a homie right there. And we connected, and it was very random on social media. Somebody from California just followed me the other day, and he said, I asked him, how did you find me? Because sometimes when people follow you, you really wonder how they found you. So I said, how did you find me? Like, how did you find this name? He said, I found you through the drum, because I'm a drummer. He said, I found your name through the drummer hashtag. And I was like, wow. So it works.
Wow.
Not that I didn't know it worked, but because the consistency and the quality you bring is what will determine whether somebody will like it or not. And people follow hashtags on social media too. So if you're following a hashtag that is popular and you're adding value to that hashtag, is that value going to bring a sale, an educative process, or are you just scattering nonsense? It's up to you. It's really up to you. But I think based on like what you've said, when you know your purpose, when you know what you have, the quality you bring will be determined by how much faith you have in what God has given you.
Yeah, you know, one of my clients, myself and one of my clients, we're talking about the whole likes and comments thing today. And we're just trying to like make people understand that the quality, the value you are bringing is not based on how many people like or comment on your post. Because it's funny how that there are certain people that would see your post, they won't like, they won't comment, but they got value. And these guys are the ones that like take action immediately.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to just the comments, you will just die about attention. Like, you basically die because you feel that. Because the truth is, there's nobody that is not tempted to feel that way. Let's just be sincere.
Right.
There's nobody that's never been tempted to feel that, okay, my post was not liked. Is it that there was something I did wrong? Is it that there was no value? But it's funny how that later on you'll find out that there was one person. This is my own school of thought. If it is just one person that this post is able to bless, I am fine with it, because that one person can go out there and multiply that thing you feel that doesn't mean anything.
Correct.
So when you create a post, what you should be particular about is the value. That's why just take your time. When you are creating a post, don't be in a hurry to like I need to post today. No, take your time and make sure you are creating value. You are meeting a need. When you see that you have done that, irrespective of the likes, of the comments that you get, just be hoping that there is somebody out there that actually found this content very valuable. I remember there was a time when I started my page, I was beginning to feel that, okay, is anybody really benefiting from this? Who is really getting something from this? Until I started getting DMs. Like, favor, I started getting DMs like, assist, God bless you. Your post has really been helpful. I found value on your page, and that was why I followed you. And I'm like, is it the same me that is thinking that somebody is not doing rubbish?
Wow.
You are beginning to feel that all the time you are investing in creating content is a waste. The truth is, it is not a waste. If deep down you know that you are creating value, just keep creating it. Even when you don't see the likes, you don't see the comments, keep creating it, because somebody out there is blessed by it. See, life is not hard. Favor, life is not hard. at the end of the day, when you die, your likes and comments are irrelevant. Trust me.
For real.
What matters at the end are how many people have you touched, how many people have you impacted, how many people can stand and say, because of you, I did this. Because of you, I became this. Because of you, my life has changed. Because of you, I transformed from being this to being that. That's what matters at the end. Because of you, I took this course. Because of you, I became a digital marketer. I decided to pursue my dream. That's what matters. One of my posts, I used this guy as an example, Miles Moreau. I keep saying it. Miles Moreau is late. Do you know the funny part, Favor? I heard about Miles Moreau when I was in school. And funny how I thought the man was alive, though. Sincerely, before I knew Miles Moreau was late, he was late. Like, it was quite late. I was having a conversation with someone. The person was like, Miles Moreau is late. I was like, really? This man is late, but he still has a voice pitched on earth because he was after impact and influence. He was after, this man has died, I think 2000 and what now? And this man, his voice is still speaking in the lives of many. His books is still like fresh, very fresh. When you pick the book, you think it's somebody that was alive that just wrote this book. And that's what I feel life is about. That's just it. All the likes, all the money, all the conversion, everything at the end, it will be that who did you help? Who you help?
Abi?
Who you help? That's just it though. In the end, it is who you help. Even Instagram now, they know that likes and comments can be hacked. They know you can buy likes, they know you can buy comments, but then are people saving your posts? So I was listening to Steve Harris and he said something. He said that people can like your comment enough to like it, but they really need to love it enough to save it or share it. And it's not the truth. I cannot just save your post. Why am I saving your post?
You're adding space.
I can't just share your post. There must be value in that post. There must be something about that post that made me share it or save it. And it's not the truth. So that's why we advise people to create savable and shareable posts. Even as business owners, even when you are posting your products, don't just post your products. Post other things that can benefit people. Post educational content that can benefit people. Help people to grow their business. Help them to grow their life. Because at the end, that is what will matter. What impact are you making in your field?
Yeah.
What makes me different from somebody else is what value I have. One thing I've learned not to compare myself with any other person. Because God has created me differently. God has put in us different values. There's something I have to offer that you don't have. There's something you have to offer that I don't have. Let's bring it all together and make the world better. That is it. That's my school of thoughts. So I am unique. I am different. I've got value. I've got so much to impact my world with. You've got value. You've got impact. You've got so much to impact the world with. So let's just bring it together and make the world better. That's what I feel.
That's how I feel too. Honestly, that's a great perspective because people don't value themselves to start with because they fear missing out. They fear that, if I don't know what will happen, let me see what will happen. So people are always in between the line. They're always in the fire and they don't want to take a stand because they're not too sure. And reason why is that they don't put too much faith in what they believe in because of what their surrounding or what they have been going through is telling them at that time. Now, fast forward that time to a year from now, will you be there? No. Will that problem matter? No. Because it had been solved to now take you to the next point, and then from there you're able to value and look back. But if you look back and you can't see anything to look back at, then there's a problem. So I believe that when you're creating value for people, you're creating value for the mentality and the approach that is going to bring enlightenment to someone that says, hey, I saved your post. I started doing this because of you. Now you have a reason to do this because somebody else somewhere will see it. And one day your post might just go viral. And the crazy thing is, it's not about what you're posting, because imagine if you go viral and people find posts that you've been doing that is not relevant to anything that you think is of relevance to yourself. That's when you start getting that deactivation, devalue, spam. You become a red flag. So keep building that content. Keep building those 1 likes, 2 likes, 3 likes. Somebody's going to influence you one day, and that will turn into 100,000 likes or 100,000 followers. Now you can be able to do what you want to do. But before you even get there, how do you manage this few followers? How are you managing them?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have followers, if they're liking your posts, they can unfollow you and say, hey man, I don't think you're adding any value. And everyone has the right to unfollow you or follow you. But
God bless you.
Abi, if I unfollow you today, it's not by force. Don't come and ask me why did you unfollow me. If you didn't see me today and you see me tomorrow, you won't say what were you doing yesterday that you didn't get time to see me today. You have your own day, I have my day. So at the end of the day, if I follow you, it's because there's something I like. If I don't follow you, sorry, it's not by force. So
I think we need to understand that everybody is not for you. You are not for everybody. Stop killing yourself. Why the stress? You are not for everybody. Your message is not for everybody. So find your path. When people unfollow you, don't be pissed off about it. Don't be stressed about it. Don't give yourself unnecessary pressure.
Yeah.
Just make sure that from your own end, you are doing what you're supposed to do. Make sure that the fall is not from you. Make sure that you are sure they are on track. Once you're on track, your people will find you. That's
true.
The truth. You people that your message is for, they will find you, and the truth is they would advertise you. They will become your sponsored ads.
Mm-hmm.
See, word of mouth. It's crazy. once they find you and they know that this is for me, they'll become your sponsored ads.
Oh yeah.
That's the truth.
Oh yeah, for sure. They'll become those people that you'll be seeing and you'll be like, so you like what I'm doing? Because people won't tell you when you like something. They'll only tell you when something is wrong. That's just the world that it is. If you're posting good content, they'll like it. That one day you post something that's off, that's when you see traffic.
You will see them.
You break the internet. You'll be like, where did this one come from? Where have you been all this pandemic year? Like, what have you been doing? So in your mind, now it's like, okay, this is what I'm going for. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm impacting. This is how I'm adding value. Then you match the differences and say, okay, this is what I have in mind. This is my goal. Then I'm going to go forward with it. And when you go forward with it, the next thing that happens, and that's what also has like given me that edge, is that when you know something that somebody doesn't know and somebody tells you, I didn't know that, that's a sample rate to tell you how many people could not be knowing that at all. So that value, like you've brought up, if someone says, like for example, you're very good with Canva, I'm not, but I'm great with my Adobe. I'm able to edit photos, do my graphics, have video presentation using Adobe, but you are using Canva, and I've never had a chance to explore it. But somebody comes to you and says, hey, I need this flyer, I need this paperwork, I need this to be done. Now you are giving them that optimum value because you know what to do with that program. So when somebody is coming to you now and is giving you that value, how do you actually feel when that person says thank you?
I feel like, oh my God. I actually feel excited and I feel motivated to do more. That's one thing. I feel motivated to do more. I feel motivated to give more value, because I know that when I give more value, I'm actually helping this person, or I'm actually helping these people become more too. So that's what I feel. And personally, I feel that, my life vision as a person is to inspire hope in people, because I am a testimony, you get. And so I feel that my testimony can spur hope in people. Like, people believe that, okay, if this person can be this, if this person can come out of this situation, if this person can scale through this challenge, then I feel that I can do this too. I feel that I can be this too.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just inspired to do more and to help these people become more. That's just it.
That's great. Honestly speaking, as we become a beacon of light to people and a light to the world, adding salt, salt is literally food. So if you're adding food to the soul and you're adding value to that person's life, then they will come back for more salt because they know that you have salt. If you don't have salt, are they coming? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the best part. Thank you goes a long way. And referrals is like another landslide completely. So it's something that I can see, and I'm really, really happy to see that even in this social media game where everybody says, oh, it's competitive, we can still see women thriving. We can still see men thriving in the same field. Back then it used to be, oh, this is a men's sport. This is a women's sport. Now here it's like, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. So what are the things that you would want to tell, people in the playroom, because you're in the playroom, and let people know what they should leave with, especially this weekend. What should they listen to and pay attention to, especially with everything going on in Nigeria, everything going on in the world, elections coming up for there's so much happening, there's tension, the year is ending, there's so much happening. So with your digital marketing, with your branding, just across, what is that one thing that you want to leave people with?
Okay, I think I'll still say the same thing I said to the guys I spoke with today, and that was find your path. Just find your path and don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. That's what I feel. Find your path. There's this path that I feel has been cleared for you to tread, and until you tread that path, everybody wants to blow. That's the truth. Everybody wants to blow. Well, God will only announce you when you are right on track. And the truth is, the only person that can really announce you is God. That's the truth. The only person that can really announce you right. There are so many people that are actually announced right now. But the only person that can announce you right, let me use the word right, is God. And that's the truth. So we want to keep deceiving ourselves, because the truth is we have so many people in the spotlight, but these guys are not. They're just in the spotlight, but things are not going fine with them. You get? Just because you're in the spotlight does not mean everything in your life is good. Everything in your life is fine.
Yeah.
You can be in the spotlight and still be fine. And the only way you can get there is when you're on the right path, when you're right on track. And that's when you get people to announce you. So you get God to announce you. So don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Don't try to, because I think one of the issues we have, especially with our generation, is Toby is this. Toby already has 10K followers. What am I doing with my life? Favor already has 15K followers. What am I doing with my life? Favor has 222 million likes and comments. What am I doing with myself? Please, do you know what is going on in the background of Favor? Do you know what is actually happening with Favor? Do you even know if Favor got comments?
Exactly.
Don't compare yourself.
Don't compare yourself
with people. In fact, social media is the worst place you can ever compare. In fact, it's the
you'll get stressed.
Keep repeating like a broken record.
You'll get stressed.
The worst place. You get stressed because the truth is you don't even know what's up with this person. People have problems. But when I wrote a post one time, I said people who log in on Instagram, Facebook every day with their problems. Somebody is on the hospital bed and you see on Instagram. So what are we saying? Why are you killing yourself? The person is tweeting. The person is posting from the sick bed. Somebody has not eaten since morning. They still have little 10 MB to come online to post a picture, one old picture, and you're feeling this person life is all good with this person. How do you know that, sir? How do you know that, ma? So face your own life, find your path. Don't try to put yourself under pressure because one of your friends on social media has hit 10K followers. Congratulations to him. You don't even know if the 10K followers has brought him money in his bank. His 10K followers not having money in your bank. So why are you stressing yourself?
Oh my God.
So the best thing, one of the things that
for
would
real.
People, do not put pressure on yourself, because I think that's one thing my generation doesn't understand. That person you're trying to envy on social media has their problems. Some of these people are battling with situations that even you, if you hear, you will wish you were not in that person's shoe. You wish. I've had situations where later on, and I found out that this person has shared their story, how that they were battling with a particular illness, how they were battling with this, but during those periods, they were still on social media. I mean, they were still looking fine. It's so bad. But I have friends that when we're in school, you see them with their boyfriends online, take pictures, write all the old sweet comments. But in the end, you find out that this guy is beating the girl in private.
Wow.
Because what kind of life do you want to emulate? Just be you and let God help you. Just be you and find your path. Discover yourself. In this season of the whole pandemic, in the whole, as far as you are still alive, once you wake up, be grateful for life. That is enough.
Facts.
You might not have 10K followers. That is enough. The fact that you are alive is enough. If that has solved all your problems, because when there is life, there is hope. That statement is not a cliche. It's not a statement like, let's just say it. It's the truth. When there is life, there is hope. The lady that I was selling bread in Nigeria that just woke up one day and became a billionaire. I'm sure she didn't wake up thinking she was going to be that. But because there was life, there was hope for her. The Nigerian, the boy that said, I don't know if you heard this trend, Mommy, calm down. I don't know if you heard the trend there. Mommy, calm down. His parents, the mom was just doing a random video sent to her sister, and that one posted. And now that this boy, he just had to blow in Nigeria.
Wow.
They weren't expecting it. And this family, it's not like they had it all figured out. It's not like they were so okay. But today, I mean, that opened portals for them, connections, and all of those things. And look at where they are today. Do you understand? So
exactly.
When there is life, there is hope. No matter what you are going through right now, no matter what the world is throwing at us, do not let yourself, you don't put that pressure on yourself, thinking that, okay, I'm nothing today. Even if you don't have a certificate, even if you graduate with third class like mine, or even if you're doing nothing now, even if it looks like there's no money in your bank account, just be hopeful. Just make sure you're on the right path. Just make sure you're on track.
Yeah.
Make sure that you are open to just be open to God. That's what I feel. That's what I felt to me, and I feel that it's gonna work for you too.
Amen. That has been a great one. Definitely, y'all listen to Olamide. Listen to her very well because she has a lot of gems. If you want to follow her, tell them where to follow you before we go because we have 1 more minute. So give them a quick fire.
All right. Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook at The Media Answer. That's my Instagram handle. That's my Facebook handle. That's my TikTok handle. So you can follow me at The Media Answer.
The Media Answer.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for coming to Playroom. I can't wait to host you again, and we'll definitely talk.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me a favor. It was a privilege to grace your stage.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Take care.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye. And you too. Peace out.
Peace out. That was a great event. So there you have it, guys. Know your path. Stay on your lane. Listen to Otondo, by the way. Colorful Sounds 2, Road to Universal 2. We out. We don't play.